Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the pregame show. A little late, but it's all good. We are here in the building. Lions, Jaguars, marquee matchup, CBS, Kevin Harlan on the broadcast. What's going on, boys? Pierre, Malcolm in the building. How we feeling today?
I'm feeling great, Tyler. It's game day. I'm excited. The boys are back at home. Should be an easy dub, but we'll see. Malcolm, how you doing, bro?
Hopefully.
Woo! What's going on, guys? I got my cans of ass whooping here. I'm ready for this game. Let's go.
Okay. Well, Malcolm, I know how you're feeling already. I already talked to you about this game, and it's been a couple days, so I'll ask you again after. But I want to get Pierce because he wasn't there for the pregame show. Like, is there any like slight hope of like where this could be a trap game or anything? Like, do you see any possibility where the Jaguars could squeak this game out?
The only way is if Lions beat themselves.
Okay.
I don't think the Jaguars could. I mean, last week you saw the Jaguars. They had 3 interceptions, or they forced 3 turnovers. They fought hard with a good Vikings team. That's the only way. But honestly, man, the Lions have way too many weapons. We'll get into it too, but the Lions have way too many weapons on both sides of the ball to lose this game. And we saw last week they turned over the ball 5 times and they still won.
Yeah, this is a very, very big game for Jacksonville. Not necessarily, for the players, obviously every game really matters because they're playing for their careers right now. The season's a lost cause at this point, but there are reports right now that I heard on CBS right before we got going here was that if the Jaguars don't win this game today, there's a real possibility Doug Peterson gets canned because they have a bye week next week. So there's a legitimate possibility this could be Doug Peterson's last game. So we might see him put it all on the table today if this is potentially his last game. So that's going to be very interesting. So we'll get into more of that. Let's talk about the inactives for both these teams because, like Pierre said, man, the Lions have a lot of weapons and the Jaguars have a lot of weapons missing right now. So let's start off with the Jacksonville Jaguars inactive report. Pierre, what is the Jaguars inactive report looking like today?
Yeah, the big one is their starting quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. He's out. Mac Jones is starting. That's Malcolm's favorite player. Tank Bigsby, the running back, is out. He's had a really good year for them. Travis Etienne has struggled a little bit. And then the other guys are kind of more like backups or like special teams guys. So you got cornerback DeAndre Prince, linebacker Yasir Abdullah, offensive lineman Javon Foster, defensive tackle, oh my God, Esezi Otamuo, and then defensive tackle Masan Smith. Sorry if I pronounced their names wrong. Did my best.
Man, who cares?
Obviously, it really only starts with Trevor Lawrence. Obviously, Mac Jones will begin the start this week.
Is huge too.
And Tank Bigsby. Man, thank God this is the last time. Thank God we only played these guys once.
Mac Jones. Who Mac Jones? Let's go.
I
got to represent from my battle boys, man.
That is your boy, man. Unfortunately, it's your boy. But yeah, what's the Lions inactive report looking like?
Yerp. So Detroit Lions injury report starting with safety Lawrence Strickland. He's inactive. Offensive lineman Giovanni Manu. He's inactive. Defensive tackle Al-Qadim Muhammad. Al-Qadim Muhammad is inactive. Christian Mahogany is inactive. Corey Shorzell is inactive, and Sam Laporta is inactive. Yerp.
There you go. Got Taylor Decker back this week, which is nice. You got your full strength offensive line. Obviously, we missed him last week, so to get him back is huge. But no Sam Laporta this week. I think it's a fine week to kind of, no need to rush him back. You got a long season still ahead of you, a lot more meaningful games ahead of you. I think this is more of a precautionary thing. Let's, wait and see how this goes. And, no need to rush him. I think this is a game where they can manage to, take care of business without him. So no Sam Laporta. So.
Yeah. You mentioned Decker, Tyler. Those 2 edge rushers they got are good at creating pressure and causing havoc. Trayvon Walker and Josh Hines-Allen. So
exactly.
Having Decker back is huge.
100%. Yeah. I thought for the most part, Skip held his own for the most part, but just to get a nice secure guy that who's going to play left tackle, a guy that's comfortable with that position, and like you said, 2 good edge rushers for a team that's not that great. They do have 2 really good edge rushers, and those are 2 guys you do have to worry about with Josh Hines-Allen, the guy that we really liked coming out, and then Trayvon Walker, who was obviously the number 1 pick just a couple of years ago. So, looking at this Detroit Lions offense, looking at this Jacksonville Jaguars defense. No Sam Laporta. Where does it start this week? Is it just the same old reliable? Let's get the running game going and let's get everything going after that?
No, not this week. I I think this week is actually more of a passing attack. Jacksonville Jaguars are awful against the pass. They're actually really good against the run. They're not good at tackling either in space. So you're going to see a lot of yak today. I think this is going to be a Laporta game, but since I wouldn't be shocked if Brock Wright has a career yards and receptions and yards today. Their linebackers aren't good in coverage. You know, they run a lot of cover 1, cover 2, 2-man, a lot of like split safety and single high. Their defensive coordinator, Nielsen, comes from the Saints, runs a similar defense AG run. So the Lions have seen this defense, but he doesn't blitz, Tyler. He doesn't blitz, and they take Walker and Hines Allen a lot off the field, and they play their backups a lot more. It's I don't know what they're doing in New Orleans. It's kind of like just they expect all of their front four, whether they're starters or backups, to win their matchups, and only the starters are. The other guys are not winning their matchups.
I mean,
Jacksonville, yeah, not New Orleans.
My bad,
yeah.
Jacksonville. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Let me reiterate really quickly. Their pass defense is hot buns, right? Like that's a given fact right now.
You know why? Right? Because you know how AG was before he got Hutch. Like these guys are the pass. They're playing man coverage. I mean, they can't cover for 6-7 seconds. It's impossible.
Right. But I don't like. I agree. This could be more of like an Amon-Ra, Brock Wright type of game. But at the end of the day, I don't think this is something where you're really limited. I think you could still do what you really have to do. And, you know, if you want to get that running game established really on, they're not really all that well at stopping the run. They're still averaging 100.
They're bad.
Yeah, they're bad. They're still giving 129 yards.
No, but that's their strength of their run defense. That's what I meant.
It's bad.
It's a strength of comparing a garbage can to a recycling bin. Like, yes, the recycling bin is better for the.
They're 12. They're 12th in run defense DVOA, and they're like
DVOA. Yes, but overall, they are ranked 20th. They give 129 yards per game. That's their average right now, which is just not a good stat. So you can still run the ball.
But I think we'll pass it more than they normally pass it because that's their biggest weakness is their secondary.
Yeah, and that's fair, and I could definitely see that. But I don't think this is gonna limit Jahmyr Gibbs or David Montgomery. I think you still give them their fair amount of carries, and I still think it starts with that running game. I know the passing game is their weakness in Jacksonville. I still think you start with the running game, though, man. Get that thing going. Let's get Goff comfortable, and then we see the fireworks. You want to sling it to Jameson Williams outside? You can do that. You want to get Amon-Ra involved? We'll do it. You want to get Brock Wright involved? We'll do it. You want to get James Mitchell involved? We'll do it. Whatever we want to do, we could do, I think, on this Jacksonville defense. There's not really much of a threat. We talk about guys you have to circle, guys that are threats. I think it's the two edge rushers. But, like, when you have this Lions offensive line, you have your two tackles healthy, like, there's just not much of a threat there for me. So, Malcolm, how are you feeling, brother, about this Lions offense versus Jaguars defense?
Yeah, I'm not going to play around. I mean, yeah, no, they're not the greatest team right now. But the game that we put it all on Jared Goff's hands, we saw what happened. It wasn't a good game. Mm-hmm. I'm business as usual. They need to just play football, play their normal Detroit Lions style football. Jared Goff is best at play action. That's his best game when he's able to do his play action, and you do that by getting the running game involved. So I think that's like you're saying, get the running game involved. Then you have Jared Goff be able to pick them apart at that point, because once they can't stop the run, they won't be able to stop anything at that point.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, they've already had a weakness of stopping the pass without, having to even really establish the run. Once you could establish that run, that's when it gets really, really scary. And that's when you could see fireworks. So, yeah, I mean, there's just, like you guys said, man, there's just not really much here in Jacksonville, and you're playing. It's just two different teams right now. You got a team right now that's contending for a Super Bowl, and you got another team competing for the number one pick. It's just two different teams in two different ballparks right now. You have a coach that's potentially going to be fired after today's game. Like, there's a lot of differences right now when you compare these two organizations. And I saw a stat. I got this from JJ Watt on the CBS broadcast. The last time the Lions were this big of favorites in a game, which is 13.5 points, right? The last time the Lions were 13.5 point favorites was when Bill Belichick was on the Detroit Lions coaching staff.
My goodness.
We've been on the other side where we've been underdogs big time. But as far as being favorites, that's the last time we've been favored, is when Bill Belichick was on the Detroit Lions coaching staff.
What is it now? 14 points?
13.5 when I last checked.
I threw a good stack on that amount too. Are you guys kind of worried that their coach is now fighting for his life?
No.
Like he's just going to empty the bag of tricks, like you're saying?
I mean, I don't know. Shoot.
bro.
This just give up. Like if I was a coach, if I was him, and I knew like, all right, this could be it, and I'm playing probably the best team in the league, I probably wouldn't even show up. I'll probably just quit. I'll probably just quit. Like, come on, like, what do you expect them to do?
Nah, you can't quit, Malcolm. What you got to do is like, you got to throw some wrinkles in there. You know how like Campbell did his first year, like he'd kind of like throw some wrinkles. Either we'd lose that because of those, or we'd win because, like his first, I want to say year and a half. You know, like he threw a lot of wrinkles in there. He did some trick plays. He did some fake punts. You know, but they have to do that, Malcolm. They have to
against the wall so much though right now, man. You're playing your backup quarterback. You're playing against like I said, probably the best team in NFL, or probably either top 2 or number 1 team in NFL.
One of the contenders, yeah.
One of the contenders, and you're playing with your backup quarterback. You're talented to breed right now. You don't have the talent. Like, what do you do if you're him?
Yeah, no,
yeah, it's like he knows. Like he woke up today, like, all right, this is my last day.
Nah, you can't.
I guarantee he woke up today saying, "This is it." All right,
no, I think what you try to do is you try to maximize ways to win. You know, you probably try to do what you did last week in Minnesota, create turnovers, and instead of, but they also turned over the ball on offense as well. The problem is they're just not as talented on offense. I mean, they have some solid players: Brian Thomas Jr., Evan Ingram, Travis Etienne, but Mac Jones, we know he's not good. Their O-line,
who?
Okay. Their O-line is average at best, below average. You take out Brian Thomas Jr., you stop the run. I mean, it's a wrap. Mac Jones is not confident throwing the ball. He checks down a lot. Malcolm, you don't have much right now. I mean, Trevor Lawrence probably gives you the best chance, but even Trevor Lawrence this year has not played well.
He's not.
That's what I said. You as a coach, you Jacksonville coach, you wake up today, you're saying this is it.
I mean,
you just explained everything just now. This is it. I mean, pretty much if he loses, he knows if he loses, game is over. He knows that.
Yeah, I mean, the report's already out there. Is that like they're already kind of preparing to do the search for a new general manager and head coach for next season. Like, regardless if you last the rest of the season or not, like they're already preparing to get rid of you. So I could see a more aggressive game plan for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Kind of like what Peter said. Like I could see them, having a couple of wrinkles, maybe throw a fake punt. Obviously, you can't do the surprise onside kicks anymore and stuff like that because you have to do the declare and all that. But like just stuff like that, I could see them being more aggressive. Like we've been in this position before, right? Like it's kind of one of those games. There's nothing to lose right here, right? There's nothing to lose right here as far as the players, the coaching staff. Like just go out there, go play hard. You have really nothing to lose. If you go out there, compete, and win this game somehow, like that's a big accomplishment. So I don't know.
Yeah, if he can win this game with the talent he has, he deserves to stay. They need to build a statue.
But it just kind of reminds me of one of those teams that are just kind of morally out at this point. It kind of reminds me of 2020 Lions a little bit. 2020 Lions, it was kind of around this same time of year. Thanksgiving, we're playing a pretty good team that wasn't necessarily the greatest record at the time, but the Houston Texans, they got a elite quarterback at the time playing Deshaun Watson, Matt Patricia. If you don't win this game, you have the little extra bye week or the little extra time, right? There's a good chance you are fired if you don't win this game or, keep the season alive. And we obviously saw the Lions part ways with them at that part. This just kind of reminds me of that a little bit right now with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like they're at that point of a, franchise where, it just you need some change. Look at New Orleans. Last week they fire their coach Dennis Allen. They go out there the next week, win the game. Like sometimes you just need to change the scenery just for the guys in your locker room. It's just sometimes it's just not working. You have to change things up. So I could definitely see it happening if they lose today.
They're not maximizing their talent, man, because they had two first overall picks in how many years?
Yeah, within the last 4 years?
4 years. I mean, they're not maximizing their talent, man. Yeah, somebody. I think the GM has a big part of it too, because this is the same guy that passed up on Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
So he might need to take a look at the mirror and say, "Hey, shit, I fucked up."
Yeah, Walker's having a good year for them, though.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
Per PFF, he's like graded like 60. So was he doing good?
He has a lot of pressures, and I think he has like 6.5 sacks.
He does. So I mean, for some reason, PFF don't like him.
PFF is not always right. Or I'm sorry, he has 7.5 sacks, Malcolm, not 6.5. Yeah, 7.5 sacks, and he has like a lot of pressures too. So, yeah. I mean, those guys are playing well. Their edge rushers are good, bro. But the problem is, they don't play them like 70, 80, 90% snaps. They rotate guys in and out.
Yeah. All right, looking on the other side of the ball now, you look at this Lions defense, who absolutely balled out last week versus that Houston Texans offense, and you look at this Jacksonville Jaguars offense, we kind of hinted towards already, Pierre, is like, I think it's a pretty simple game plan, but you can get into it. What do you think the Lions defense has to do today?
Yeah, I would just, how last week they kind of sort of went all out on stopping Joe Mixon?
Yeah.
Put more attention towards Brian Thomas Jr., put his safety on Evan Ingram, and stop Travis Etienne in that running game. I mean, that running game also hasn't been that good. It's
not been efficient. It hasn't been efficient.
It's not efficient. Like I said, their O-line's average, below average. It's just not. I think the Lions could control both sides of the line of scrimmage today. I really do.
Man, I'm excited today. We can see Zadarius Smith's debut. Do you see what he pulled into the stadium with today, Malcolm?
No, I did not. I've been busy all morning. All morning.
Okay, you're gonna like this. I know you're not a Pistons fan. But you appreciate the 04 Pistons, right? The going to work Pistons, right?
Yeah, let's go, man.
Appreciate it, right? Do you remember what the Pistons did in 04 to kind of get them over the edge at the trade deadline?
No, I do not.
They traded for Rasheed Wallace from the Portland Trailblazers. Right?
They sure did. I remember. Okay.
They traded for Rasheed Wallace.
He came with a Rasheed Wallace jersey?
Zadarius Smith is embracing being Rasheed Wallace of the Detroit Lions team. He pulled in with the Rasheed Wallace jersey to Ford Field today, and Zadarius Smith kind of looks like Rasheed Wallace a little bit.
I was going to say that. That's kind of crazy because they kind of resemble each other, in a way.
So this is like the move that, like, if you weren't already confident enough we're going to win the Super Bowl, this is the move that, like, maybe you're sure that we're going to win the Super Bowl. When I saw him pulling the Rasheed, not even the trade, him pulling up the Rasheed Wallace jersey, assured me we're winning the Super Bowl this year. Yes.
Wait.
Yeah.
We seen Isaiah Thomas do the same shit?
No. He wore an Isaiah Thomas jersey.
All right, one thing though, Isaiah Thomas right now, he's on the practice squad. He's no longer on the active roster.
I know that.
That is not the same. That is not the same.
No, Malcolm, so the thing is with the Pistons, they traded for Sheet, I believe, at the deadline as well.
Yes.
At the deadline, when they traded for him, he got in that range. So the idea is, Zadarius Smith is saying, I'm your Sheet to this team. You traded for me, I'm gonna get you guys that ring.
He's Rasheed Wallace, dude. He's the Rasheed Wallace.
I need to see some technical fouls then, man. I need him to be angry. I need some text.
Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie. If he wants to be Sheed, he got to go all in. If he wants to be the character of Rasheed Wallace, I want to see some flags.
Hey, I respect it. There's the first appearance we've seen him outside of, like, the Lions facility. He went to a Pistons game. He went to the Pistons game on Friday night versus the Atlanta Hawks. You know what shirt he pulled up into? He was wearing the Brian Branch middle finger shirt up. Yes, he's ready, bro. He's ready to go, man. I'm so excited to see him today, and I think this is a very, very good matchup for him, man. Obviously, we kind of talked about it already. Mac Jones likes to hold on to the ball a little too long. Took 3 sacks last week when dropping back 24 times, I believe. So this is a good matchup, man. And this is a good game, I think, for Zadarius Smith to kind of get adjusted, play his first game as a Detroit Lion. I'm pumped, man. I'm really excited to see him in this Detroit Lions uniform today, man. Really excited.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling, though, Malcolm, about this Lions defense today?
They're playing against a backup quarterback and a team that's depleted. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how else to feel. I think they're gonna crush them. I think it's gonna be one of those games. I think it's gonna be a Tennessee Titanish type game.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with Peter though when he talks about the game plan. It's like, man, you're missing Tank Bigsby. There's not really much that scares me all that much outside of Brian Thomas, and even him, like, he's been good, but like if he's really the only focal point, or at least the main focal point, I should say, because they have some other guys, but like if he's the main focal point, I feel very confident, especially with how this Lions run defense is played. I mean, the Jacksonville Jaguars haven't been able to run the ball even efficiently against other teams. And when you put this Detroit Lions run defense now versus Travis Etienne and who would be Dearness Johnson because Bigsby's not playing. So, like, you're missing a lot here, man. And it makes your quarterback one-dimensional. Just not a good situation for a backup quarterback. I could see, a big game from the new edge rushers, Darius Smith, or a game like Josh Pascal, or even in the interior guy like Aleem McNeil's a big day. So, it's just not a lot of good matchups on either side of the ball, offense or defense.
One thing I'll say,
go ahead, man.
James Houston, I think he could give their left tackle Walker Little some issues rushing the passer. We saw him last week versus passer, but we saw him also
shoot himself too. That's what we
did. We did shoot himself. Yeah, literally.
We're not going to talk about that though. We're going to talk about.
Man, he literally shit himself.
I lost my thought. Go ahead. Do what you had to say.
I was gonna say, if I was their offensive coordinator, knowing what the Detroit Lions are going to try to do today, he got Darius Smith. He's hungry right now. His first game, he's going to want to get to the quarterback really bad today because this first game he's hyped. If I was them, you don't have a running game. They definitely need to get that quick passing game involved. Get it to your backs. Get it to Evan Ingram. I think those two guys, even between Evan Ingram and the running back, they may have a big game today, passing wise, in the passing game, because you can see a lot of checkdowns because they don't have much of a running game. So you gotta get those two guys involved if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars. If you want any chance of moving the ball. I was also gonna ask. I know Carlton Davis broke his thumb. This week. Is he gonna be out there with a club?
I assume so.
On his thumb. It's his thumb.
Yeah. So is he gonna be wearing a club on his arm?
He said he's gonna wear like a little thing on it. I don't think it's gonna be a club. It's just his thumb. It's not his entire hand.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, obviously not ideal. And, for other positional defenses, you could work with it. Corner is a little different because you obviously want to catch the ball. If the opportunity is there,
if you can bat it down, shit, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, that's how he's gonna have to play probably. So it is what it is. But that's definitely a stinker. For him to break his finger, but obviously not gonna miss any time. I don't even think he might have popped in the injury report one day, but he didn't miss much time. Yeah, he didn't miss much time, so he's fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey guys, you want to do our Lions picks?
Yep.
All right. So the spread, let's just go with the 13.5 what I last saw. Let me see.
What does it know?
I'm curious to see if it did update though. It is at still 13.5. Okay. So yeah, it is still a 13.5 point spread. Let's start off with Pierre. Pierre, what do you got today?
The Lions. Give me the Lions. 33-13 cover win. Bold prediction. All right, we're gonna do some Bama on Bama crime. Mac Jones throws a pick to Terrion Arnold and Brian Branch.
Okay, I like that. Terrion Arnold's first interception in his career. I like it.
Yeah, and then Branch gets another one today. Some Bama on Bama, and then are we doing Glocks now, or that's next?
That's after. All right. So, all right, Malcolm, what do you got today?
All right, so this game I have it 48-10.
Damn.
48-10. Yeah, I told you this is gonna be very Tennessee Titanish. 48-10. My bold prediction is Darius Smith get 3 sacks today.
Okay, I like it. All right. I think they win handily today. I think they cover the 13.5. I'm not gonna go 48. What'd you say? 48-10.
48-10.
48-10. Yeah, I'm not going there. I'm going to go 28-13. 28-13. So we win by 15. Lions win. Bold prediction. Damn, well, this doesn't fit with my score at all. Never mind. Hey, you know what? Let's up it. 35-13 so I can make my bold prediction better. Jared Goff has 5 passing touchdowns today. I told you I'm taking it from 5 interceptions to 5 passing touchdowns.
Damn, he's like, I'm out of here.
Jared Goff goes from 5 interceptions to 5 passing touchdowns. Welcome back, brother. Yes, Malcolm, that's my bold prediction.
Yeah, do you know why I took that off? Why I had to exit the room?
Because you said that last week in our chat.
No. He said this in Arizona.
We was in Arizona. I said, Jared Goff got 5 touchdowns. And what did everybody do? Everybody like, ha. Everybody laughed at me, called me crazy, called me every name you can think of. Now this is your bold prediction. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I think it was a very well thought out prediction. So Jared Goff.
So wait. So there gonna be no touchdown from Monty. There's gonna be no touchdown from Gibbs.
We're calling this a bold prediction for a reason, bro.
They could catch it.
They could catch it.
Right,
for my fantasy football sake, I hope it's a little Monty action. So I hope there's a couple of rushing touchdowns a little mixed in there, not all passing touchdowns. But you know what? I'm all in. Jared Goff bounce back game from 5 interceptions to 5 touchdowns. I'm gonna go on a limb and say he's the first quarterback in NFL history to ever do that. If he's able to accomplish that today, go from 5 interceptions to 5 touchdowns the next week. There's no way it's been done.
I mean, when you're playing against the 32th ranked passing defense, this is a very possible stat. So I mean, it's shit. I mean, it is possible. So I'm not even gonna hate on it.
All right. Let's do locks of the week. Pierre, we'll start with you.
Can you go over the records for the listeners?
Oh,
Yeah,
let me
you
see.
have the records?
Let me see if I have that. Talk. I'll find it.
All right. I like Houston. I believe this is a Monday night game versus Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, Dak Prescott is out, and Dallas has just been dealing with a lot of injuries. They don't look good this year. And I think Houston lost 2 straight. They're gonna come out hungry. I have it here -7. I'm taking Houston -7. What is it by? Same thing by you?
Let me check. I have records too, by the way. So let me find the spread though first. So you said Houston. Houston is -7. Yep.
Yeah, I like Houston. Like I said, they've lost 2 straight. They're kind of angry after what happened, and Dallas just has no life, no Dak Prescott. Dallas is just a shit show right now. So give me Houston.
Okay, so records that I have stored on my phone right now is Pierre's in first place at 6-1.
Wait, he's in first place?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Never mind.
No, you're in last place, brother.
Yes. Look up yes.
I was about to crown myself. Shit. Never mind.
I'm in second place with 5-2, and then Malcolm is 3-1.
Okay.
Malcolm thought he was in first place. That man's in the basement. Come on, Malcolm.
Yeah, you're 500 right now, brother. You're sniffing a little over 500 because you have the one push.
It's all right. What did I'm not gonna quote that. I'm not gonna quote that. I'm not gonna quote that.
I don't know what you're gonna say, but let's not.
Yeah, but it was something that a Packer player said, and I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go somewhere foul, but never mind. All right, let's just not quote it.
Okay.
Okay, my lock of the week. This might sound a little crazy. I'm betting against an undefeated Kansas City Chiefs team who is a underdog.
Am I talking shit?
They're an underdog. I don't know, man. I think they're a bit fraudulent. I think KC's won a couple games lucky. I think it ends today. I think Buffalo's a good football team. It's in Buffalo. I've been watching the broadcast. Those fans are rowdy. They are ready to go. We got Jim Nantz. We got Tony Romo. Ooh, Jimmy, I don't know. I think the Buffalo Bills are going to win today, and I think they're going to cover the -2.5 spread. Give me the Bills Mafia, -2.5.
Tyler, I like that because Harrison Butker is out too, and they've won a lot of their games by last-minute field goals or they've been really tight games, and their offense hasn't been performing that well. So I like that a lot. I was actually thinking of taking that, but I like the other one better.
Buffalo's got missing a couple guys, right? There's no Dalton Kincaid in this game. Amari Cooper's questionable, and they are missing. Shit, there was another one. Regardless, they're
Keon Coleman, right?
Keon Coleman, yes, that's who it was. Yes, Keon Coleman. So they're missing Keon Coleman, no Dalton Kincaid, and then Amari Cooper's questionable. So
Schefter said this morning that Schefter said this morning on ESPN. I was watching. He said he's likely to play, but they still want to test him out.
Yeah. So they're the 4 o'clock. They're the 4 o'clock game. So I think James Cook has a big game. I think you get Amari Cooper if he's in there, he'll have a big game. Khalil Shakir's been solid for this football team. Give me the Bills Mafia. Give me the Bills Mafia, man.
I'm not gonna talk shit. Because every time I do, I always eat my words.
Yep. All right, what do you got here, Malcolm? 3-1.
I took a very safe bet here. I took the Vikings -6 over the Tennessee Titans.
Okay. Or is that game in Tennessee?
It's in Tennessee.
Okay, it's in Nashville. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There's our locks of the week. All right. Well, we got a little over 10 minutes till game time. So let's go get locked in. Let's go turn the CBS broadcast. CBS broadcast today, not on Fox. We got Kevin Harlan, great broadcaster. I'm excited to hear him today. Love Kevin Harlan, so I'm excited to hear him on the Lions game. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. So hope you guys all enjoyed, and we will see you guys post game. I'm out, guys. Peace.
All right, guys. I'm out. Peace.
It's your boy Malcolm, and I am out. Peace.